Ford is one of those companies that keeps on innovating and leading the motoring industry when it comes to technology. I wanted to know how they do this, so I attended the Ford Go Further event to find out.
Hi, I'm Erica Klampfl, Ford's Global Mobility Solutions Manager. Yeah, so we're looking at several trends that are informing our position and our strategy around mobility. So example, consumer attitudes are changing. The sharing economy is becoming a lot bigger. People are wanting access versus ownership. Although we still have a lot of people who want ownership, there are trends that are driving people to have access. We're also looking at urbanization. There are lots of people who are going to be moving into megacities. Megacities have over 10 million people. Right now there are about 21 megacities, and that's projected to grow to 41 megacities by 2030. We're also looking at, there's a lot of congestion. Cities are really becoming congested, and this is only going to grow as more and more people move into cities. So we always want to look and understand where our customers are trending, what are their preferences, and how we might meet their needs in the future. So while we believe that private ownership will be prevalent in lots of areas and will continue to grow, we also recognize that consumers also want access to vehicles and have different mobility needs, and that their mobility journey doesn't consist just of the car anymore. And so how can we make better integrated, seamless experiences for our customers with the car as just one node in the overall transportation ecosystem. So when we started looking at e-bikes, we sent out a challenge to our employees and asked them to innovate around e-bikes. We got over 130 submissions and we picked the top 3. And so the one that you see at the exhibit, that's the Mode Pro. And so we were looking at different customer needs. So the Mode Pro is about the professional who needs to deliver goods and services in an urban environment where it's congested. You might have a lot of one-way streets. It's hard to get in the city. So the goal would be to have a transit get as close as it can into the city. We have e-bikes that are, the Mode Pro is foldable. It's in the transit. You could have delivery people in the transit, and then they can get out and take the rest of their journey on the e-bikes to deliver goods. We also looked at the Mode Me, which is all about all about me, and my journey helping me get to work. So I'm a commuter. Maybe I drive part of the way, hop on the tube, bring my e-bike with me on the tube for the remainder of the journey, get off, e-bike into work. So we're looking at different needs for different customers, and we also announced the Mode Flex, which is for the flexible bike user who might want it to help them with their leisure. And that's also an e-bike where it's flexible. You can change the wheels to have mountain bike wheels, road bikes, depending on your journey, where you just pay for the battery once. And we're looking at what are product insights. So how can we improve our products? How can we improve the customer experience? And how might we deliver new services in the future? So for example, the London Go Drive car sharing pilot, there we have our Focus BEVs. We have half Focus BEVs and half Fiesta 1-liter EcoBoost engines. And we're looking at how our consumers want to drive BEVs in the city. How can we promote green vehicles in the city? What are their preferences? What are their pain points that we can then drive back into our product and technology strategy? So a lot of it's learning about the products, but also learning about what the customers want. We're also collecting data that could be of use to the cities. So for example, with our InfoCycle project, where we're collecting bike data, we can get information about where the cities might want to put bike lanes based on where high bike traffic is, where they might want to lower speed limits in the city based on where bikers are using those roads more frequently. Also from our car sharing experiment, the Go Drive pilot, we can understand where high speed zones are. So providing the city with aggregated data about high traffic areas and areas where people might be speeding. The rate of millennials getting driver's licenses going down. Millennials are very used to, you hear, the sharing economy. So they're much less interested than our generation of actually wanting to own and have their own vehicle and have much more open attitudes towards sharing. getting access when they want it, where they want it, versus being tied down with an asset that they have to own and maintain. And so we, of course, want to make sure that we provide forwards into those different schemes. Also, if a millennial does want to own a vehicle, they can then actually rent it out to their peers as a way of helping pay and afford that car. I mean, the car is one of the Internet of Things. It is one of the nodes in the connected network, providing a lot of rich data and a lot of opportunities to improve the products by having them connected. Not just for diagnostics, which is also really critical to help identify when customers might need service, but also to help provide connection to their other connected items. You know, just like when we launched Sync, we rolled it out as technology to all, so Ford is really interested in democratization of technology, and we're also looking at that in mobility, democratization of mobility services, and providing mobility for all.